Hello and welcome. You are watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Deepika Lingdor bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. On 9th October 2020, Department of Life Education at Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur, India organized Father Joseph Carreno Memorial Lecture on the topic, What is God Doing Through the Coronavirus? The lecture was delivered by Father John Alexander SDB, Rector and Secretary of the college. The memorial lecture was established to honor Father Joseph Carreno, who was the founder of Sacred Heart College and a zealous apostle of the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. As a provincial, Father Carreno had consecrated this entire Salesian province of South India to the Sacred Heart on 2nd July 1943. During the lecture, Father John Alexander reflected on the current pandemic situation and how Christians should respond to this crisis. He said, "In every way, the coronavirus pandemic is God's call to overcome fear and self-pity and respond in love with courageous good works, from taking care of the sick and vulnerable groups to finding the vaccine and improving our health system to offering spiritual nourishment. It is an invitation to turn from our preoccupied inward-looking self, church, and religious communities to a deeper relationship with God and fellow humans." He also presented the early Christians, Saint Catherine of Siena, Saint Charles Borromeo, and Saint John Bosco as apostles and prophets of the pandemic. A history professor from North Bengal held the book launch of The History of Modern China, 5th January 2021, at Salesian College, Sonada, where he was head of history department. Visitor from Kolkata Salesian, Father Dr. Joseph Thanikal, released the book and handed the first copy to Director of Radio Salesian, Father C.M. Paul. The book, a COVID-19 lockdown effort by Dr. Babu Joseph, is entitled The Triumph of the Dragon, a Socio-Political History of China in the Modern Period. The book, published by Future Publishers Kolkata and authored by Dr. Babu Joseph, one of the three principals at Salesian College, Siliguri, has 21 chapters and 278 pages. Another vice principal at Salesian College, Siliguri, Dr. George Chempa Kathinal, Sociology, and assistant professor Manisha Pradhan, HOD History, edited the book. After completing MA degree in history, Dr. Babu Joseph completed MPhil degree in tourism and PhD in tourism management from IGNOU. This book is mainly intended to be a reader for undergraduate students of various Indian universities, especially those who have history as the major subject in graduation. It can also be a source book for all those who want to know the phenomenal growth of China as an economic and military power in the recent decades, says author Dr. Babu Joseph. The book charts the developments of Chinese history from the late 19th century, following the trajectory of historical development in the said space, and within the time frame of over 100 years, looking at how the socio-political and economic landscape evolved. The book also covers recent happenings in China, including the hosting of the Summer Olympics in 2008 and the effective handling of the COVID-19 epidemic 2020. The topic-wise discussion made it very easy to follow, and the clarity in the language allows one to retain major information and debates, says Dr. Binayak Sundas of the Center for Himalayan Studies in the University of North Bengal. Dr. Sundas adds, "The citations within the book by the scholar priest means that one gets a proper idea which book or books to read further if one is interested." On 3rd January, Sunday, the Don Bosco Tondo, Rector for Gondesio Karangdang Junior Vegetable Urban Farm Projects, was featured by most of the mainstream Filipino media like Manila Bulletin, Manila Times, CNN Philippines, GMA Networks, and Philippine Stars. Thanks to the courageous pandemic solidarity move of Don Bosco community in Tondo, the football field got a new face. During the last 50 years, the soccer field was always full of children and young people, and during these difficult times was transformed into a vegetable farm. The good and surprising news in just a few words: the residents in Tondo, Manila harvest the vegetables they planted under the Buhay Sa Gulay Harvest Festival project led by Manila LGU, Department of Agrarian Reform, and the St. John Bosco Parish Church on Sunday, January 3rd, 2021. The whole process, from land preparation to planting and propagation, was done by 17 different barangays, small districts. The Buhay Sa Gulay project is being implemented by the Department of Agriculture DAR in partnership with the Don Bosco Parish Tondo and the local government of Manila, where the 8,000 square meter football field was converted into an urban vegetable garden to plant varieties of vegetable to benefit families and residents of 17 barangays around the parish. The project started October 2020, where 6 agrarian reform beneficiaries in Cavite province, who are known as farmer scientists, volunteered to teach the resident beneficiaries of Tondo the proper way of urban vegetable farming. Apart from the training, seedlings, fertilizers, vermicast and other farming materials were provided by the Provincial Office of DAR in Cavite, while the machinery used were borrowed from the Department of Agriculture. Aside from the pick, harvest and pay promo, cooking contests, farmer products, booth contests and a raffle of prizes will be conducted. During the pandemic, 16% of Filipino families say that they are not poor, and some 7.6 million Filipinos declare they suffered hunger over the past 3 months. In this context, the small but first urban vegetable farm in Manila is becoming a good model for others in our difficult times. On 26 December 2020, a program for social ecology awareness in order to implement the need for conversion in caring for creation was organized by Nazareth House, Anisakan. There were 8 Salesians, 31 boys, 5 volunteers, 3 aspirants, 3 kitchen staff, and 6 farmers participated in that occasion. Discussions on ecological vocation, which is emphasized by Pope John Paul II, about the contribution to caring for creation and able to touch with the invitation of Pope Francis for safeguarding creation such as sustainability requires personhood, solidarity, and subsidiarity were dealt at length. The participants also discussed on the presence of God in the ecological crisis. At the same time, the participants agreed to collaborate with the local municipality in taking care of our common home by educating the young people, growing trees, and collecting the plastic wastes. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.